So we're doing that to give you your forecast. Let's show you the storm here, and we'll show you exactly what happened. Now, this thing came in last night, and it worked its way through southern New Mexico. And if you remember, we talked about this last week. At the end of last week, we started the bust potential on this was actually down fairly low, and then we started to inch it up. And the reason we inched it up because it looked like this storm would not touch Albuquerque, and it didn't end up doing that, but it turned out to be a great storm for southern New Mexico. So as it came across, the best moisture, and there was a ton of moisture with this, and lift, was over the southeastern portion of the state up into east central areas, and that's where we saw some significant rainfall numbers. Here's a look at what we've got here for those numbers of rain. 2.99 inches in Hobbs, Lee County there, 1.71 inches in Roswell. So obviously the flooding at the cemetery was induced by quite a bit of rain. 1.55 inches in Ruidoso, Cloudcroft over an inch, Carlsbad about a third of an inch, and closing in on a quarter of an inch or a little better than that in Clovis. And for the most part here, we still have drought issues across a good portion of New Mexico, but we really don't have much in the way of drought issues across the southeast for now, and that's where this rain fell. But we've got promise to get some more storms going up over the north, so we could get some help here too. As far as what's happening at this point, not much. Those showers have all dissipated. The storm itself is pushed to our east, so tomorrow will be relatively quiet before we get the next system going here. It's 53 degrees in the metro right now. East-southeast winds 14 miles an hour, 30s and 40s off to the north, some 50s out west, and down to the south, mainly dealing with temperatures in the 50s. With that storm scooting out, tomorrow we get an in-between day with a little bit of high pressure sliding over, but it's going to be kind of a little transient ridge. It'll slide through pretty quickly. Then the next storm system drops down. Now, I don't want to give you the impression that we know exactly what's going to happen with this next storm system, because we don't. But we have a basic idea of when it's going to come through. So here's a look for tomorrow. Yeah, a spot shower or two possible out west and over the northern mountains. Nothing I'd worry about it. Then we follow this big guy as it comes down. This storm is number one, pretty cold for this time of year. And number two, the track on this is all over the map. And when I say all over the map, there are some models that project 2 feet of snow for the northern mountains. There are others that project 2 inches of snow, and that's it. So there's some huge differences. Here's what we know. First of all, there's going to be a lot of cold air with the system as it comes in Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But the track is definitely different. It's about at least 150 miles apart with the two different models. The model that pushes it farther west is the model we want to play out to get more rain and snow across New Mexico. Because when you put a storm just to our west, the best dynamics tend to be just to the northeast of it. So that would help us in New Mexico get a lot of rain and snow, and especially snow up over the northern mountains here, and could be a widespread snowmaker. Now, if we end up with that track a little farther to the east, that pushes all the dynamics, or at least the best ones, over Texas, some of it over the northeast, but it's more of a scraper system. So if you want something to root for the westerly track, which looks like a possibility. And when we talk about snow in the month of April, it's not unusual at all. Chama gets about 5 inches on average every April, and their best month, they got 32 inches one April. And you get up into Red River, they would expect 26 inches of snow during the month of April. Their highest ever is 66 inches. And here in the metro, we don't get much during April, but we have had Aprils where we've had up to 8 inches of snow. And in fact, that was in 1973. And snow fell as late as the 20th of that year. So again, not unusual to get some snow in April. In fact, we expect it over the mountains. You could well see it around Durango and Pagosa Springs Thursday and Friday. Same deal across the northwest. Temperatures tomorrow pretty mild, and then the chance for showers increases Thursday and Friday. Across the southwest, relatively quiet for tomorrow with temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Over to the southeast, some clouds breaking up, partly sunny skies, and temperatures cool in the 60s. Up to the northeast, partly cloudy and breezy. Temps for the most part in the 60s. Good shot at showers Thursday and Friday. Look at the northern mountains. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we could see showers and heavy mountain snow if our westerly track plays out. 64 in Edgewood, 63 out in Cedar Crest, and here into the metro. Mostly sunny in the morning and then partly cloudy skies by the afternoon. Shot at some rain showers will be here in the city, and maybe some Sandia Mountain snow Thursday into Friday.
All right. Thank you, Mark.